Hey everybody, this is Erica from the Classy Climb blog, coming to you today talking about March Madness, how to make money and stand out. So many people are, emailing me and texting me and messaging me on Facebook for my ads. Erica, I just want you to tell me how to make $5,000 real quick. I just want you to tell me how to make $10,000. I just want you to know I lost my job and I need to do this and that, do this and that. And it's kind of funny. I know it's really sad and I recognize the sadness, but I can see people who have known for months they were losing their job, known for months they were on a temporary contract, known for months that this job was not solid, then still went out, and when tax season came, they bought a brand new car, they moved to a new apartment because they could afford it, bought brand new furniture, you name it, they did it. They've already planned their trips for the summer with their tax money, and it's almost like nothing I can do for them. Because if you weren't adopting the mindset 30 days ago, oh man, I need to start something. I need to have something I can own, control, and have options with. It's really hard for us to jump up and get started now. But if you're listening to this podcast, or you're listening to my blog, or you're watching my YouTube videos, you probably are ahead of the curve. And so I'm calling this one March Madness because I'm asking you. I'm not telling you, I'm not suggesting you. I'm asking you, what's stopping you in March, which is, we're in March now, from starting a business? And I don't even mean, brick and mortar employees. I mean just something that you're good at. Let's say you're a mechanic and you're great on cars, but you work this, job at auto parts, or you work this job somewhere else and it doesn't really give you all the income you need. What stops you from printing up a few cards and working a few business cards and working on cars on the weekend? If you have a new car and you're like, man, I don't know how I'm going to take care of these payments on this new car. How about you, if you live in a major city, pick up some Uber or Lyft? Let's say you're a young lady and you love dogs. Maybe you can watch dogs for people. Maybe you can walk them. I mean, it's a very lucrative deal. If you love pets, if you love being around pets, it's a great deal for you. Some people actually let you not only dog sit, but house sit at the same time. And I know several friends who've got to sit in very nice houses on Westlake while they were dog sitting. Because the dog was home, family wanted the dog to stay home, not be anywhere else. So you were invited into their home that way. And paid very well for it. So look, when people say, Erica, I can't start a business, I think they're telling me more about themselves and what they think a business means than really that they're not capable. Because a lot of times what we're worried about is fear. We're worried about our friends will find out we're not that smart, we may fail, yada, yada, yada. And a lot of times it's as simple as a blog. Today I stumbled on a blog. I'm going to check with her first before I start mentioning her name. But she basically takes pictures of food and writes about food in Austin. And I'm pretty sure her and patio lifestyle in Austin. And I'm pretty sure from the viral blow up of today, her blog is going to hit all new levels. Just like Gloria Atamon, I'm messing up her last name, but she wrote from something to excursions. I'm killing her book title, but she's basically wrote, "Stop asking me how I can afford to travel," on Huffington Post, and it went viral. And she's been able now to leverage that to write ebooks. She's been able to leverage that to go back to her alma mater and go, yeah, I just graduated college and left and went overseas for the past 3 years and started my own business in Spain and started teaching people how to speak English in Spain. That's pretty much the bulk of what her company was. And it was enough to take care of her financially for 2.5, almost 3 years. So when people sit here and say, Erica, you just don't understand, I can't start a business, they're freaking themselves out when they got to go, what's something simple I can do that I'm good at? Maybe it's braiding hair for you, but you got a full-time job. Well, your Saturday and Sundays can be braiding hair for some ladies and bringing in an extra $300, $400 on the weekends. Every single weekend, right? So now you didn't pick up a second job, you just used your talents. The limit is on you. Whatever you're good at, it could be a range of things. You can be good at so many things, and I have no clue what your talents are. So if you message me, Erica, what do you think I should do? Listen, I wrote a book. You can pick the book up. After you pick the book up, The Rise of the 1099 Economy, and then you still need help, I'm willing to help you. But if I'm putting the free resources out there and putting the blog out there, I have over 900, almost 1,000 YouTube videos, and you haven't checked them out and you haven't did it for yourself, there's not much I can do for you. I can't give you permission. You have to give yourself permission to get started. And that's why I'm calling it March Madness, because this March, let's be honest. Let's say you want to start a t-shirt company. And I meet so many people, well, I want to press the shirts myself. I want to do this. I want to do that. Can we just start with some ideals first? Can we literally go on Shopify and start our website for $9 a month? Go get our blog, get our name of our company, our domain name, maybe GoDaddy.com's got a $2.99 special, but you could probably pay $18 for the year. And then throw up some nice designs. You probably can get rolling for $100 if you want to get the print on demand options. Now, people are going to go, well, Erica, I can't get leads. No one's coming to my site. I don't see where people are on there. Well, I'm sorry. The day where you thought Facebook was just going to magically blow you up to all your friends, all 5,000 of your Facebook friends, that's over. The algorithm is made in particular ways where you may have 5,000 friends, but only 50 see your updates all the time. I have friends all the time go back and like something that was 4 and 5 days ago. Why? Because they just saw it. Because so many people commented on it. So the organic traffic, the magical organic traffic, it can happen. But really, let's be honest with ourselves. Are you willing to spend $5 on an ad to test it? If you're not, then you're not really serious. Right there. I just gave you a t-shirt business ideal. Now, you may say, well, I want to print them up all myself. I want the quality to be great. First, let's see if your ideal is even viable. And when you start, let's say you got back $1,000. If you want to go invest in a small print machine, then a small amount of inventory, then sure, do it. But first, see if anybody even likes your ideals. Why print up a bunch of t-shirts and have them sitting in your house that nobody wants? That's crazy. Now, you could do it the other way. You could build a brand. You could have a blog, a podcast. And I could start printing up Classy Climb t-shirts. Why? Because that's my blog. That's my brand. I'm all about the climb. I just wanted to be classy. And so, that way, I can print those shirts up because they're my brand. I'm going to wear those shirts everywhere I go. I'm going to speak on stages and wear those shirts. I'm going to take pictures in those shirts. That's different. That's building your brand. Right? So, not even t-shirts. I'm trying to think of other ways to tell you this. But literally, you could start a podcast reviewing wines. I know everybody's like, well, Gary Vee did that. Yeah. But I'm talking about you doing it. You giving a young person's perspective on it. Maybe you go around Austin and you check out all the wines. Or you go around Fredericksburg and check out each and every winery, write an article about them, also do an interview on them. Now people are coming to you after you get a lot of traffic. You put up 20 or 30 articles and they're like, this kid writes about people's wineries. And you're going to start getting invites. You're going to start getting calls to come out and do reviews. You might get a call from Texas Monthly to write a few articles for them. You have to actually put the work in and put the work out there for people to say, you know what, this kid is consistent. This person does great reviews. This person does great writing. I have a friend who basically that's what she's done. She's written great articles and company after company wants her. Magazine after magazine, city after city, new startup after new startup, and she gets paid from it. But she doesn't let that be her only stream. I mean, she also does Jamberry. And guess what? That pays her too. And it's just a simple set of marketing. And what happens is we have people, honestly, let me tell you a person's day. They'll go around, they'll go buy Starbucks and they'll take a picture of it. They'll go around, they'll, buy lunch at somewhere and they'll take a picture of it and post it to Instagram. And they'll go somewhere else and it's closed and whatever. And they keep posting pictures all day. What have they effectively done? They've free marketed and branded every single company they've been a part of except for themselves. They haven't marketed themselves. They haven't branded themselves. They've given all this free marketing away. All right? Instead of going, hey everybody, this is my whatever. This is my review of A, B, and C place. And doing reviews allows them to say, I'm an official expert on this area. If I'm an official expert on coffee, like I go and review coffee places. I mean, there's more than one way to do this, but you gotta be thinking like that. You gotta be opening your mind up to the thought process of like, you just don't walk around giving free marketing to people. You build it for yourself, man. It's so possible and it's so easy to do if you're thinking that way. If you're really sitting there going, okay, you know what? I took a picture of my workout. I took a picture of this Shakeology drink I took. I took a picture of my vacation where I'm scantily clad, or I'm in a bikini, or I'm in a one piece. And guess what you can say? Hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. Hey, I'm a fitness coach. And this is my work. I've been working on my body. I've been working on myself. And here's the proof. Here's my lifestyle. Here's the pictures. Here's the results. And that's what people are paying for. They're paying for results. They're paying for when you sit there and you show them, hey, I've been working out. I've been taking care of myself. So that is effectively what marketing is. That's effectively what you're doing when you market yourself. So that's why I tell people, I'm like, it's not as hard as it seems. Sorry, I'm driving and holding a mic. But it's not as hard as it seems. It's not as hard as we are all making it. Because we go around all day marketing everybody and everything. Now, next week when I'm doing videos on South by Southwest, the food, the places, the drinks, it's going to be awesome. Why? Because I'm going to be talking from the perspective of an Austinite. This is Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Here's this food place and that food place and why Austin's great and what makes it unique. But guess what? It'll still be about my lifestyle, my company, what I'm doing. I'm also going to meet Gary Vaynerchuk next week. So, I mean, it starts little by little. There are several conferences I'm going to this year. And I'm going to have several different interviews with big name people and top earners in their companies. But you got to put in the work. You got to start somewhere. And everybody will go, well, Erica, what's the point of that? How will I get money off of that? It's all about the money. Now, listen, I agree with you. It is all about the money. You got to figure out sponsorship opportunities. You got to figure out abilities. Because once you get to 1,000 subscribers, there are websites and companies you can sign up for. And they actually pay you to do reviews. They actually pay you to do reviews. Once you get to big number of subscribers. Now, and everybody goes, well, how do I get there? Okay. Big number of subscribers. Guess what? You can spend $300 and get thousands of views on YouTube. Thousands upon thousands. I mean, it's much cheaper than Facebook. Facebook is very expensive at the moment, but it's worth it because people are very visual. So, you've got the picture of your vacation, the picture of your workout body, the picture of your food you're eating and drinking, your lifestyle. Yeah, that gets you on covers too. Now, that gets you points and that gets you likes and that gets you shares on Facebook for sure. But in YouTube land, you have to promote there too. So once you start promoting, you'll see the subscribers get higher. You may have the best product in the world, but if you're poorly marketed and no one knows about you, I don't know it's great. I don't know your product's awesome. So again, I always talk about it again. People are like, well, I need $250,000 a year before it can be worth it. Well, man, you don't even make $35,000 a year right now. Is that worth it? Going up to work every day, is that worth it to you? Be honest with yourself. Even better, if you break it down, $250,000 a year is $685 a day. And that's actually 23 sales of a $30 product. 23 sales daily of a $30 product. So imagine if you were getting 1,000 people's eyeballs a day on your website and 23 of them purchase. You're at your $250,000 a year. But you got to get the eyeballs and you got to get the traffic. If you get the numbers and you start getting the eyeballs, then you will see some results. Right? So no one can be super successful overnight if they have no followers, if they have no subscribers, if they have no views. It requires you spending some money and doing a really great job at marketing and using Instagram and using hashtags. Use the social media platforms out there. Don't be caught out there going, Erica, I put all this work in. I put a year of work in. I wrote articles. I did it. But no one knows about me. Well, first off, I'm going to tell you, did you spend any money on marketing, Facebook or YouTube? Or Instagram ads? Because now you can do those from Facebook. And if you did, and you still didn't get anything, I might tell you, look at your brand. You might have to do some changes. Maybe it's not what people are wanting. What is it? How are you serving them? If they can't figure out how you're serving them, how do they know they want your help? So look, this is Erica, Classy Climb blog. I'll try to keep this one under 15 minutes. You guys have an awesome night.